Hello and welcome back to Schlegel Bricks. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in to another stadium update video. In this update, we're going to be making some more progress on the roof. And if you have a keen eye, you might be able to tell what has changed since last video. If you can't tell, or maybe you don't remember, that's okay, because I'm gonna tell you all about it here shortly. And by shortly, I mean right now. Alright, so if you recall from the last video, you may remember that I came up with a couple different options for like a roof, truss or support. The first idea was kind of making this kind of truss, but it spanned all the way across the entire width of the stadium. And then the other option was kind of just doing a roof support that was pretty bare bones, but was more or less like this, where it only covered half, the one side of stands rather than going all the way across. And I've decided, based on your feedback and my own ideas, just good teamwork all around here, to kind of merge the two and still have the industrial kind of look and feel of a truss, but only have it cover one side of the stands instead of going all the way across. So I built that already. It's not quite in its final form, but that's essentially what we're going to be replicating in this video, kind of making more of those along, the rest of this side of the stadium. So that is, that's the plan, and we are going to get to it. So first things first, you'll notice that the original vertical roof support beams are pretty bare bones, and we ran into it on the last update video, kind of them sagging with the weight of the actual roof supports above them. I decided to kind of beef them up, as you can see over here, just to kind of help with the sag, and also just aesthetically they kind of fit in better with these new roof supports. So that's kind of the idea, or what the plan is for all of these. Basically have them all done on this side, but eventually they will be making their way over here. These guys will be updated as well. So here's the top section that connects to those vertical supports. As you can see, it has the kind of industrial truss design. It has some plates on the bottom, some tiles on the top for the roof to sit on, and all of that kind of makes it pretty darn strong and sturdy. But essentially, it's going to just connect to these vertical beams via these little kind of connector pins that hopefully I can kind of focus in on there. So very easy to just pull out. So like I said, it's these guys with a little bit extra thick knob on the end, which just allows it to be able to be pulled out and make for easy connection and disconnection of this top truss to this vertical beam, just for extra modularity. So that is basically how it all kind of fits together. And as you can see, it connects to this beam, kind of this back beam once that we just put on, and then it connects to this original vertical beam that goes all the way down here. It has two connections there, but all three together, it's pretty strong. Alright, so just a quick little demonstration, kind of prototype of how this whole roof structure is going to work. As you can see, we have our roof trusses with our vertical roof support beams. Essentially, the roof is just going to sit right on top of these, and as you can see, have these little jut outs on each of the roof supports or trusses to allow for the roof that will be as as wide as this entire thing. But basically it just helps sit on this roof. Don't need to connect anything, just can be tiles here. This is obviously not going to be the roof color, but just to get an idea of, these roof trusses may sag, if they're just standalone supports, but they work together, and they're not gonna sag nearly as much, when they all kind of work together to hold the entire roof up. So this is just an idea or just demonstration of kind of how this is all going to work. And you may notice that these kind of sway a bit by themselves, but that's not really going to be an issue with the way I kind of build the roof that sits on top of it. Basically, it's all just going to kind of, I'm going to have little jut outs to kind of help stabilize everything together so these won't move at all once the roof actually gets put on. All right, so unfortunately I have run out of connector pins and axles, so I cannot build any more of these roof trusses, which means this is pretty much where we're gonna have to stop for this update video. I have all the other pieces needed to build the trusses, but the pins and axles are pretty integral in actually getting them built, so I'll have to order those. But we're halfway done with the trusses for the roof, so we'll finish that in the next update video. Hopefully also start putting on the actual roof atop of these trusses. And then in addition to that, I did just buy a Lenovo tablet, M9, under 100 bucks. We're going to be using that as the scoreboard, and so we might start prototyping that in the next video as well. So, exciting times ahead here. But for now, this is all we can do. This is it. Thank you so much for watching this update video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and keep on building.